The Prime Minister informally consult two or three his senior colleagues when he does not convenience of cabinet minister. That means when the cabinet meeting is not conduct due to any reason, the Prime Minister immediately consult with the colleagues, that means senior colleagues, two or three, and discuss of the any matters. That is the another function of the Prime Minister. The next function of the Prime Minister, Prime Minister supervises the work of various ministers. He supervises all the minister work, like Education Minister, what they are doing, and the Health Minister, Law Minister, and etc. Every minister he is supervising if they are doing well or not doing. This is the Prime Minister function, another important function. Next one, that to converse the president all the decision of the council of ministers connecting the government affair of the union and proposal for legislation. And president, he always, the prime minister always discuss with the president about other minister activities and internal affair or any related to the government is discussed with the president. This is the another function of the prime minister. Next one, the prime minister act as a link between president and the council of the minister. This time the prime minister acts as a link, like with the president and the council of minister. Sometimes the president carry the message to the president. Similarly, he received from some of the message and carry to the council of ministers. So that the prime minister act as link. Next, the Prime Minister is the leader of the nation and a chief spokesperson of the country. That is very, very important. Prime Minister is the leader of the nation. But President is the first citizen of nation. But Prime Minister is the leader of the nation. And he is the chief spokesperson of the country. Whatever any instruction want to give mean, the Prime Minister only responsible to give the speech among the peoples. Next, last important function of the Prime Minister, as the leader of the nation, Prime Minister represents our nation at all internal conference like a Commonwealth, Summit, the Non-Alignment Movement, that means NAM and SAARC nation. That means President already is the President as the leader of the nation. As the leader of the nation, the Prime Minister attend the international conference for a country responsible, like a non-alignment movement conference, SAARC and Commonwealth and etc. G8 also. Some of the any international conference held mean with the responsible for attend the Prime Minister only is possible. Okay, this is the Prime Minister. So Prime Minister function I explained. The Prime Minister, who is the Prime Minister, and the function of the Prime Minister explained. Next, now we are going to see Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers. After the election, after the general election, President of India and the advice of the Prime Minister appoint the Council of Ministers. First, the Prime Minister appointed by President. Other ministers also appointed by President. But who advised this to nominate or appoint the other minister? Prime Minister giving the advice to the President to appoint the other minister. The ministers are categorized into three categories, like Cabinet Minister, Minister of State, Deputy Ministers. But the term of the ministers, 5 years. How many? 5 years. But some of the ministers not attend any election or conduct any election and directly they appointed as a minister. But within 6 months he want to get as any member of the Lok Sabha. That is very, very important. Okay, I understand, student. What are the topic then? Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers means who is appointed Council of Ministers. What is the term of the Council of Ministers? 5 years. How many categories of minister? 3 categories of minister. First category of minister, Cabinet Minister. Second category of ministers, Minister of State. Third category, Deputy Ministers. Now, one by one I explain category of minister. First, cabinet minister. Cabinet is an informal body of senior minister who form the nucleus administration. Cabinet is very very important of central government because these cabinet ministers are senior ministers. This is not a formal body, it is an informal body. So every important decision discussed with the cabinet ministers like defense matter, finance, external affairs and home, everything discussed with the cabinet minister by prime ministers. The cabinet recommended to the president promote and organize. Sometimes the cabinet only recommended to the president to promote an audience. Avasara nilai pragadanam. Audience means avasara nilai. Sometimes during the war time or any natural disaster time or any problem occurs in our country, the time the cabinet only recommend to the president to announce the ordinance. So that the cabinet minister is very very important. The bill, the finance bill have the origin and the cabinet and they are introduced the Lok Sabha with the president recommendation. The finance bill where actually originate mean from the cabinet. Cabinet minister only first of all they discussed about the money bill or finance bill anything. Then they are get a permission from the presidents. The cabinet decided foreign policy of governments, approve the international treaties and play the significant role the appointment of ambassador and various countries. That means the cabinet minister only decide the foreign policy. For example, India conduct any treaty with Pakistan or Sri Lanka or Nepal or Bhutan. First of all, the prime minister discusses with the cabinet minister and appointment of the ambassador, etc. So this is the cabinet minister. Cabinet minister means the senior ministers. Among the minister, every matter discussed by the cabinet ministers only. Okay, that's all. Next one, minister of state. This is the second category of the ministers. This is the second category of minister. They are also charged ministers and department. The next, but they not participate in the meeting of the cabinet and unless invited to do. That means, what is the meaning of this? The minister of the state means there are second category of minister. They have separate department. They have separate function. But without invite by cabinet, they are not attend or participate the cabinet meeting. Cabinet is first category of ministers. Second is the minister of the state. It is the second places. The minister has separate department, everything. And third one, deputy minister. Deputy minister means this is the lowest category of minister. They are helped to the ministers, cabinet or state minister. So this is the category of ministers. That's all about the category of minister. So what are the topic we have done so far now? Once again recall, ministers. What are the types of the minister? Three category of ministers. First one, cabinet minister. Second one, ministry of state. Third one, deputy minister. We the highest cabinet. We the lowest deputy ministers. Okay, that's all about the deputy minister. Next, another important topic we are going to see. Parliament of India. Parliament of India.